you'll notice that most of the kingdoms and cities on this map are quite strange. This is because they're not places, they're people. These are the members of my Discord server. Only one of them can win, and only one of them will win. The question is, who is it? And is it you? So, starting off, 3 below 0 is the first superpower, having double the amount of people that the second place, Difts, has. Now, Difts is right next to 3 below, and this causes a bit of tension. Obviously, none of them have professional armies, and thus cannot go to war. This period is sort of like an arms race, they're all kind of just trying their best to get ahead of the other. Right now, this stage is sort of like creating the foundations to your house. You haven't built the house, but you're preparing for it. Depending on however much you prepare right now, is how big your empire will be in the long run. This is your moment to just completely, just create a good foundation for your empire, like whatever is. Whatever is just took over Council B. Now, why this matters so much is because it's faster to take some already existing empire over than it is to, create your own city. Because of this, people with expansive policies and people that take over all of their neighbors quickly rise to the top, like whatever is. Whatever is currently first place, only 10 soldiers, but they're able to take over so much because most of their neighbors don't have armies. This is because, since it's starting off, the faster you can get a city up, or a barracks up, the faster you can take over people. Right now is the moment to take advantage of your barracks before everybody has them. And then after that, you'll notice that the amount of wars going on in the world are starting to slow down. Here you can see that a lot of people are adapting whatever's tactics, taking over their neighbors, and effectively getting themselves onto the front page, the leaderboard, the tippity top of the world. Right here you can see JJ26 Fire in the northwestern corner, Leone C in the northeast corner, and down south you'll see, or down in the southwest, you'll see Hipsterism taking an empire of their own. Leone C, copying whatever's tactics, has gotten first place and has the biggest. Right now, this is the Age of Empires. This is the beginning of an era. Right now, this is people's chance to get big. You either go big or go home, because if an empire doesn't form itself right now, then it's over. This is your one chance to take over the entire world. Right now, it's sort of like a preparation. At the end of this era, I will be forced to have every kingdom go to war. Because of this, right now is your moment. This is their moment. Their moment to take over and kill all of their neighbors before, their neighbors kill them. This is a moment, or this is a time of killing or being killed. Everybody wants to get a solid foundation for their empire and prepare themselves for the endgame. Here you can see 3 below 0. He was the strongest kingdom in the game, at least at the beginning. Here you can see that really the beginning doesn't matter. And this new era is the moment, the time of kingdoms, the time of empires, the rise. Right now this is a rise, but soon many will fall. This is their moment. This is their time. Right now is their only chance to just dominate the world. After that, it'll be a lot harder to take over the world. That being because, everybody around you will have guns and people will be able to defend themselves. This is the moment to just bully and make fun of people. This is the moment to oppress those that are defenseless for your own personal benefit. Right now, you can really just do whatever you want, that is, if you're a big empire. Now, if you look at the world, you can see that there's some pretty big empires everywhere. Here you can see an empire just collapsing. This is obviously because of the fact that this is the Age of Empires. Because of this, nobody is too strong and nobody is too weak. Right now, everything is balanced. You can see, you may think, oh, that empire's pretty big, but the thing is, at this moment, there's no big differences. Because, the amount of people is low, therefore, the amount of difference between empires is small. Right now, it's anybody's game. Anybody could win. Although, a lot of people have already lost. Rocket Reagan, 3 Below Zero, Elijah, Ethan is the best. James. Every city that is a different color is a person. Every city on this map is a person. And every city, like every empire, if you look across the map, if somebody's greater than 2 cities, that person killed somebody. That person attacked another person. And that's something to think about. Every loss that happens here is a person. That's a person whose soul is crushed. Because I know that a lot of people are really looking forward to this. Looking forward to, I'm gonna win. Their soul is crushed. Especially when they see their name a different color than what it was at the beginning. Here you can see Lona C and Diffs, Lona C, Diffs, and JJ26 Fire are the 3 superpowers of this world. They dominate. Although that domination isn't even by that much. It's domination, it's just not domination. It's domination, it's just not total domination. It's more of a control. It's not domination, it's control. Right now, Lona C is much stronger than the other people on the leaderboard, but one thing you'll notice is that Lona C doesn't have a military. Their military is small, it's puny. People like Diffs, JJ26 Fire, Jade, they all have bigger empire, or they all have bigger militaries, and that's all that there is. That's all that matters. If you don't have some massive military, then what's the point? You're gonna die anyways. You have to defend yourself, because this is a total war. Well, at least it's not total war yet. Total war will come soon, but now, this is the era of kingdoms, the time of kingdoms, the moment of empires. This is their moment, this is their couple of seconds. Eventually, half of the empires, and eventually, most of the people on this leaderboard, if not all, will die. Now, here you can see in King Daniel, who has actually lost the capital of King Daniel because of a prior defeat, but they're still King Daniel. I'm keeping track of these things, alright? So don't say, ooh, I actually won, it's just that they took a different name. No. Because I named the kingdoms and the cities, so, you don't have that excuse. Oh, well, technically I won. No, you didn't. You liar. Now, here we can say Wolf is just completely encircled by JJ26 Fire. But JJ26 Fire spares him. Although, really, it's more of a fate worse than death. I mean, you just kill him already, dude. It's torture. Yeah, here you can see King Daniel and JJ26 Fire are the 2 top dogs right now. They're the 2 superpowers. They're they're the Soviet Union and the United States. Now, one thing is that they're the same color. So I was really hoping one of these guys has to die, because if not, it's gonna be super hard to keep track of how things are going. It's just gonna, it's fun looking at, you can see when the banners are starting to disappear, and the banners are you can see when they're fighting. It's hard to do that when both banners are the exact same color. So it's like, one of them's got to go. Now, this is the Great War. It starts now. Every country is at war. Right now, King Daniel is at war with JJ26 Fire. They are both at war with Difts. Difts is at war with Air. Yeah, just everybody's at war. Right now, a battle is about to unfold. King Daniel and Difts, who are both in the top 3, are very close to each other. Extremely close to each other. In fact, there's only 2 empires separating them. Both of those empires are getting attacked by them. Once they push through those empires, they'll have a direct border, and at that point, it'll just be an all-out war. Now, I actually learned something about World Box today. I learned that, you see, empires will focus their entire military on one empire. You'll notice they could have kept pushing. They could have just stopped at that person, and they could have kept pushing into Difts, and they probably would have killed him. But they didn't. That's because the AI focuses on one kingdom, on one empire, and one city. They send almost 75% of their army there, and the other 25% stays to defend. Even though they can put up a fight, they'll still get destroyed by somebody like Dift. Now you'll see Dift is on top, but his military is small. Or at least, it's not small, but it's smaller than Daniel's. King Daniel's. Now, right now, you can see little skirmishes unfolding, but this isn't... They aren't focusing their fire. Difts is focusing their fire. Is focusing his fire. Now, right now, Orange Spaceman is a freaking legend. He is holding off all of King Daniel's army whilst Difts pushes in. So King Daniel is holding off the entire army, Orange Spaceman is holding off King Daniel's entire army, letting Difts slowly but surely push into King Daniel, using a sort of like a team, like allies. Now, if JJ26 Fire were to push into, or at least start pushing into Difts, then it'd be a bit of a pickle. Especially for me, because, you know, it'd be hard to keep. And you can see there, JJ26 Fire up north. You can see that they're starting to focus their entire army. Their army is gathering at one specific city. You can see that they're focusing their entire army. The focusing of their entire army is occurring on Difts. Now, right now, Dr. Wilco, who is the kind of cyan color in the north, is also pushing into JJ26 Fire, which means that it sort of creates like kind of like a circle where it's like, if everybody were to do this, then eventually it'd just become a circle, changing colors, you know, going in a circle. Now here you can see it's just a, right now it's just a all-out war. It's like Dift is it's like a very complicated war too. Like King Daniel's pushing into Orange Spaceman, Dift is pushing into King Daniel, JJ26 Fire is pushing into Difts, and Dr. Wilco is pushing into JJ. So right now it's just a complete mess. Now you'll see Dift is starting to get a bigger army because he's taking over King Daniel's cities. And because of that, he's just gaining a lot of manpower very quickly. And JJ26 Fire hasn't even organized his army yet. So in theory, if he's able to wipe out, if him and Orange Spaceman's combined efforts are able to take out King Daniel, then we should have a pretty good thing. Now you can see here, Dift is actually holding off all of JJ's entire army. Now I know this might be hard to track. That's because it's at, like, very fast speeds. But yeah, here it's just complete war. You can sort of get a feel of what's going on. You can see it. It's just hard. I didn't notice how fast this was. Am I gonna fix it? No. No. So yeah, here you can see I'm kind of making a circle, you know, because of lag reasons. Now you can see Aerod has created this massive army, and you can see Dift is winning on this side, and Aerod is winning on that side. Basically, what this means is that either Difts or Arod are probably gonna win unless, you know, something extremely magical and surprising were to happen. What that is, I don't know. Now, here you can see JJ26 Fire is about to get completely eliminated, and somehow Wolf is still alive in that. Oh no, never mind. He just finally died. Now here it's boiled down to Difts and Arod. Now Dr. Wilco and King Daniel are serving as walls separating the two, but once they fall, which eventually will happen, one of them will be screwed. Or actually no. One thing I was fearing at this moment was, what if it just goes on forever? They just keep going in a circle. So yeah, right now here you can see that I'm having to cut down on both King Daniel and Dr. Wilco, just so that I can see and hope that this will be a fast war. Now here you can see that Arod has switched their focus into Difts, but once Dr. Wilco is dead, you'll see that Difts starts to stop them. Yeah, at this point, it's a stalemate. I continue to record this for another hour. It did not move. Yeah, here you can see Difts is starting to push her back, or them back. So then, yeah, while it may look like Difts is winning, he's not. It just stops there. Because of this, we'll have to result it in a duel. Who will win? I don't know. But all I know is that it surely will be a very, 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 totally, most definitely climactic battle. Oh, look at this Chad. Look at this Chad. Oh my god. And our winner is Difts! Difts wins. Difts, who I've talked to, actually. I don't know him in person. But Difts, my 4th subscriber, he told me, and I actually watched him subscribe. My 4th subscriber, Difts, you are the winner of the 1,000 subscriber special. I can't think of a more perfect person to win this than my 4th subscriber. Thank you for all your support, Difts, and everybody else that subscribed. I'm pretty sure by next week, I'll have probably become a YouTube partner and will have started making money from this. If you're wondering where am I going to put this money to, probably towards college. You know, I got 5 years to save up, so, you know. That's probably where that would go. I'd also probably get a better editing software, because it crashed 2 times, which cost me an entire week. So, you know, it also cost me 2 premieres. Thank you to everybody who's decided to support me, and thank you, because this milestone is absolutely massive, and it really means a lot to me. And I'll continue to make content. I was thinking about maybe doing, like, you know, probably 6 to 8 minute videos, because I noticed I made a 50-second video and that just completely just blew up. I know it was like advertising my Discord server and my channel, so obviously it would work. But I think I'll probably do some shorter videos. You know, How Different will probably be shorter. Obviously, there's only 2 more episodes for How Different scheduled. There actually might be a 3rd if the ending I have in mind takes too long. Expect How Different next week, though. Have a good one, everybody, and bye. And most importantly, thank you. Bye.